Good morning, Dr. Abhiraj.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, fine. Thank you. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's a good morning.
All right. Yeah. Well, 8 o'clock now. People are coming. People from India have excuse not to come because of Operation Sindoor.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
yeah, it's like, it's not the excuse really, but well, I don't know. Today is our day 18.
Wow.
Welcome to Raw Food is day 18 of 21-day Raw Food Challenge. And I know it is difficult, but I'm enjoying it. I hope all of you are also enjoying it. And today we have a special speaker, Abhiraj Bhatt, Dr. Abhiraj Bhatt. He's a dentist, but he's going to give his opinion about raw food, health, wellness, fitness, everything. He's a very fit guy.
I'm trying.
All right. So yeah, today's topic is what to do when you slip. Slip means when you cannot go up with your raw food regimen. You are trying to go to the slippery slope. So anytime, anywhere, whenever you face this kind of situation, I would like to say you have to have a guardrail to hold on to it. So you don't really get injured. I mean, that a slippery slope is dangerous. So for people who are starting raw food, it is kind of little difficult, and I understand. I know that firsthand. Uh, Fortunately, I didn't have that difficulties, but I'm seeing that difficulties in other people. And so I'm trying to focus on the people who have difficulties, and my goal is to help them. That is the whole goal. 21 days challenge is I created just to encourage people to at least try whatever they can. And there are people who are doing since continuously. And today Manu is coming little late. She told send me the text. So, and Naina Ben, I don't know from India what they have issue, but Karthik Pandit also from India. So those are the people are there, but they're doing it and they have some kind of hurdle. Um, Asmita Ben is doing continuously. She is here in Florida, so that's wonderful. And I'm talking to her almost every day, giving her inspiration, giving her some kind of understanding why and what. And once you know why and what, the how is becoming easy. How you can do it, that is easy. First you have to understand why you are doing is and what to do. So guardrail, as far as the raw food is concerned, uh, I'm here to help you. You can contact, let's say, Asmita Ben, you can contact Dr. Axay Shah. He is a raw foodist for 23 years, and he can guide you. And I don't have even medical degree. He has a medical degree, so he can give you even more detail. And then at least you have more assurance that hey, this guidance came from the qualified person. I'm not saying that I'm not qualified, but it's like I don't have medical degree. I have only my own experience. I can share my experience, and that is the disclaimer that I am not here to treat any disease, any sickness, any illness. I am here to only give my experience and share with you for plant-based raw food, how it helps me and how it can help you. That is the only my goal. So again, whenever you have any challenge nowadays, Mr. Google is there for everybody. Mr. AI is there for everybody. You can just do your research. find out what I'm trying to say. Don't get into the like situation that you become discouraged, you become disappointed, you become like, okay, now what, I cannot do, I don't know what to do. No, don't do that. Instead, open up, give your problem to anybody, and try to get the information. Once you have that information, you get that courage. So while learning bicycle, you may fall down couple of times, but that doesn't mean you give up bicycling. You keep going, and then now you know how to balance it. Your system automatically going to keep you going. Same thing for swimming, same thing for running, same thing for anything new. You have to be on the track. You don't quit. If you quit, you are the biggest loser. So don't quit, keep going. Have trouble, have any struggle, accept it, acknowledge it, and then try to find the solution. That is my 2 cents. That is something which I recommend. And now I'm going to give floor to Dr. Abhiraj Bhatt, and let's listen what he's saying.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, Axay Uncle, for being an inspiration to all of us. Lots of important knowledge has been shared here by great speakers, and thank you. I'm honored to have an opportunity to speak here as well. What you said is correct. Yeah, we're just trying our best every day. I barely started to learn about the muscle building process, and I dive deep into the research. I follow a lot of longevity experts and read a lot of books and consume a lot of content. So I just want to share that a little bit with you guys today from what I learned. I share it with my parents all the time, and this is a great opportunity to share with everyone I can. So yeah, I'm sure everyone that is here for the same basic reasons, right? To get healthier, to feel better, and to age better, right? So I would like to share my perspective on it by talking a bit about the importance of building muscle and sleep. So my goal here today is to just inspire you to create a little bit more time in your schedule to focus on building muscle and getting better sleep. I believe these two things are the most important things, in addition to your diet, that you should be focusing on a daily basis, especially if you're already learning and following all the dietary advice from all the valuable lessons we learned here on this platform. It's important to continue working on your diet while also thinking about exercise and sleep. So I would like to start with something I learned that kind of woke me up. I used to never lift weights. I thought that was just for show, it's not needed. But then I recently learned that you start losing 1% muscle mass every year after age 30 if you don't lift weights and if you don't eat enough protein. And of course, raw foods are a great source of protein. So that's great that everybody's working on the diet aspect of it, because that's probably the most important and difficult aspect. So think about it, right? I'm 35 years old, and let's say I never lift weights and I don't consume enough protein. By the time I'm 60 or 70 years old, I would have lost approximately 30 to 40% of my muscle mass. I already don't have enough because I did not lift weights all my life, and I would even lose what I had. Every single day, I'm on a decline automatically. That's our default. We are aging on a daily basis. So unless I work out a little bit to stimulate my muscles, lift weights a little bit to stimulate my muscles, and if I eat enough protein, then that decline becomes a little bit maintained level. And if we do more, then we can start anti-aging and reversing and getting stronger and better. So that's why aging leads to weakness, and weakness leads to dependency. Such as you can't open a jar of pickles anymore, you can't open the carton of milk, you can't push a cart, you can't hold heavy bags of groceries, you need help getting up off the chair, you need help going up the stairs, getting into a car, etc. So the earlier you start lifting weights, it's better for you. But if you have never lifted before, it does not matter what age you start, the results are going to be life-changing. Now, if you're 60 or 70 years old, I have some good news for you, because more and more new research keeps coming out every couple months about the amazing results that 60, 70, and 80-year-olds are getting from weightlifting. especially if they have never seriously lifted before. This is great news. As if you've never lifted before and you start doing slowly, even a little bit, they're getting the most results. So that's great news. It even said in the paper that if a 70 to 80-year-old individual starts to train with weights, they can upgrade themselves to have the physical capabilities of a normal 40-year-old. And then you can take care of yourself till the last day that you live. So the goal here is to sustain your independent way of life so that nobody has to take care of you. That's why muscles play a big, important role in your life, because if that becomes to go weak, then you become dependent on others. So next topic I kind of want to change into is falls. And what role does muscle play in falling? So some interesting facts, with increasing muscle loss, as you get older, it's called sarcopenia, right? And so there's a higher chance of falling. And there's a couple of interesting things that I want to share is that people think that when you get older, there's a higher chance of you falling. That is true, but it's not like you start to fall more because you aged, right? It's because you can't catch yourself anymore due to muscle weakness. So our whole lives, almost on a daily basis, while showering, walking up the stairs, walking off the sidewalk, we're actually falling a lot. But we almost fall or become unbalanced many times. But our brain and muscle coordination keeps saving us from falling. As you age, you just lose the strength to catch yourself, thus leading to falls. So that's why the muscles are so important. We're not just falling more because we're careless when we get older. It's because our muscles are too weak to stop us from falling now. That's it. We actually fall on a daily basis no matter what age you are. So another interesting thing about falling, usually more falls have been occurring when people are stepping downwards, not upwards. So be careful when you're walking down the stairs, walking down from a sidewalk. This is because the muscles that lift us up are stronger than the ones that allow us to stop in a balanced way, especially if we haven't been in a gym training our whole lives. So we have to be careful while doing that. Another interesting thing about falling, it's been shown that when people fall, before the actual impact on the ground, they usually twist from the hip and they fracture their hip bone mid-air before the actual impact on the ground. This is also due to muscle weakness. It's not always the impact that causes a fracture. So I want to bring the importance again to muscles. It's the most important skeletal organ in your body is the muscles. And we should take care of it and try to give it more stimulation on a daily basis so it gets a little bit stronger and it stays maintaining our health. Lastly, falling and fracturing your hip usually is so dangerous for older folks. They say that there's a high chance of not surviving the fall for more than 5 years. And this is again not due to the fracture itself or the fall itself. You didn't injure yourself so much that you can't survive anymore. It's because once you fracture, you're immobile. You have a sedentary lifestyle and you're in the hospital for months, right? So, and if you don't heal and you don't get up and you don't push yourself to go to the gym and start to recover, you keep getting extreme muscle loss. And that's what leads to fatality from the fall. It's not the actual fall that causes the death. So again, my whole point here is to bring more importance to building muscle on a daily basis. So starting to train your muscles now is totally worth it. So how do we preserve and build muscle? I can't get into all the details of when to work out, how to work out, things like that, but there are some important points that I'd like to go through. Some important things that I learned. There's a book I read. It's called Younger Next Year. If you like, I could share it from Amazon link from on our WhatsApp group. But it's called Younger Next Year. So and it's actually written by a 60-year-old doctor who wants to share the knowledge of how to live like a 50-year-old until you're 80 years old. So the whole book is about that. It's very interesting. And as soon as I read it, it changed my life. One of the most important aspects it mentions is to exercise 6 to 7 days a week. No excuses. Remember, this is the most important part of your day, right? The more you skip, the more decline you're accumulating. So even if some days you don't feel great, still find something light to do. Do as little as possible. That's fine. But do it. Do something. Out of the 6 to 7 days of exercising, weight training should be 2 to 3 times a week. I suggest every other day because more and more research keeps coming out about recovery. A lot of people don't give time for their muscles to recover. So if you go to the gym today and you worked on your chest and back, you shouldn't work on your chest and back tomorrow. So it's good to just do weight training 2 to 3 times a week. That's enough. I suggest doing it every other day. And for example, Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, if you can hire a trainer to teach you proper form, that's the most important thing. Watch YouTube videos and learn. Take it slow. Always warm up before you lift weights in the gym. Get the blood flow moving. I always tell my parents to lift the lightest weights as possible first, do the movements that you were supposed to do, and then slowly move up. Because then the blood flows and you're able to lift the heavier weights even better. If you start with the heavy weights first, you're going to wear out faster. And there's a higher chance of injury. So the number one rule in the gym is to not get injured. Be careful. We are not trying to become bodybuilders. We are just trying to stress the muscles a bit by consistently stimulating them. Number 3 for me is to try to work on grip strength. There's a thing called grip strength, and more research is coming out that grip strength has been directly related to longevity, how long you live, right? So research shows stronger your grip, the longer you live. You can open jars, carry groceries, pick up your grandkids, all those kinds of things. There's one exercise that I would like to share to work on your grip strength. It's called farmer's carry. The farmer's carry is a very easy exercise. You grab appropriate weight dumbbells in each hand and make sure your shoulders are back and chest slightly out, and you're just putting your hands down like you're holding 2 bags of groceries, one on each hand, same weight, and all you have to do is walk for 1 minute. Just in the gym or wherever, just walk around 1 minute and then put it down, rest for another minute, 2 minutes, whatever you need, pick it up again, walk for another minute. Do it 3 times. That's called a farmer's carry, and it increases your grip strength as you do more and more. Ideally, we are supposed to be able to hold as much as you weigh. So if you're 160 pounds, you're supposed to be holding 80-pound dumbbells in each hand and walking for 1 minute. You should be able to do that. So, and I'm 180 pounds. I'm supposed to be doing 90 pounds each hand, but I'm at 40 to 45. But I started with 20, 25. So it's good that my strength is increasing, and I'm imagining myself holding 90-pound dumbbells one day and walking for 1 minute and then doing it for 3 times. It's going to take maybe a year or 2 to get there, but that's the goal. So that's what inspires me to go to the gym. Once or twice a week, I'll do a farmer's carry, and I'll start with 20, 30-pound dumbbells on each hand, walk for 1 minute so I get the blood flow going, and then I'll increase as much as I can. Sometimes I'll walk for 2 minutes if it's lighter weight. But it's a great, easy exercise that you could do at least 2 times a week just for 3 minutes, and it really helps increase your grip strength, and you can literally live longer because of that one little thing that you added to your routine. So 3 days of weightlifting, and the rest 4 days are considered cardio. Out of those 4 days, 3 of the days are very light cardio. It's called zone 2. Zone 2 means your heart rate is getting a little bit elevated, but not too elevated. It's considered when you're in the treadmill or elliptical machine or walking, you're walking fast enough where you're able to have a conversation with someone. You're not running out of breath. That's what zone 2 is. So if you can't do that, just walk for an hour. Walk like someone's chasing you. Walk a little bit faster, brisk walking. But those 3 days are considered just kind of recovery for your muscles from what you worked out yesterday. You want to go to zone 2 the next day, so you're recovering your muscles, but also getting your lungs a workout. The last day, the one last day that's remaining of cardio, is considered zone 4 and 5. This one, you start walking again at normal speed, and you start increasing, and then when you feel good, go as hard as you can for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 4 minutes. You slowly build that up. And then as soon as you're done going as hard as you can, you slow down back to zone 1 and 2 again. And then when you're ready again, go back to zone 4 and 5. Go really hard, as hard as you can for 1, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and then come back down. Do it 3 to 4 times if you can. This day is probably the most difficult day of our gym. But this is also called VO2 max, working on your VO2 max. And again, same, directly related to how long you live. The more you're able to do this, the higher your VO2 max, the oxygen capacity of your lungs, the longer you live, directly related to this. So very simply put, 6 to 7 days of workout, 2 to 3 days weight training, 2 to 3 days of cardio, really good for you. The way zone 2 and zone 4 works out is, if you think about it, our ancestors, Homo sapiens, right, 250,000 years ago, we used to go hunting, right? So there was no food available. So basically, all the men would gather and go hunting for hours and hours in a day, sometimes 6, 7 hours a day, right? So zone 2 is considered when they walk in the fields and mountains and they go out to walk. That's zone 2, very light exercise, but you're able to do it for a very long time. For 1 hour, you're just on the treadmill walking pretty fast, but not too fast. So that's the part of them just looking for food. But when they find an animal that they want to attack and kill, that's when it becomes zone 4. They become really vigilant about what they're doing, and then boom, they attack. And that's when they go as hard as possible, but it's for a shorter amount of time. So that's zone 4. That's how this was developed. Any questions about anything before I move on to sleep, Achanko or anybody else?
No, perfect. Very informative. All those information you give, and this is something which I encourage people to use this information. And I want to add a couple of things. First of all, simple rule is, if you don't use, you are going to lose. Whether it's your brain, whether your muscles, or anything else. In a life, you have to continuously keep using it. Otherwise, nature is going to eliminate it. That's how the cosmic law is. So keep using it. Now, people who are going to gym, fine, keep going. But if somebody is not going, the simple remedy is, do your work. Clean your house, wash your car, go and do some gardening. Keep doing. Don't depend on somebody. Do some physical work. That is important. If you're going gym, fantastic. I'm not going gym, but I'm working. I'm doing gardening. I'm doing beekeeping. Beekeeping, each hive is a 75 pound, 80 pound, and no problem. I can lift it. I can lift my son, is 180 pound on my shoulder, and I can dance. But those are because I'm using my muscles. I'm running on the road, on the treadmill. I'm working every day. On my work, I have to carry 50-pound bag. And I have to walk maybe, sometime 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And that's okay. And with the stairs, sometimes my client is on the second floor. I have to take that bag to the second floor. What I'm trying to say, keep using your muscles. If you are not going to use muscles, you are going to lose it. You have to tone it. You have to use it in such a way, everything, the grip and your thigh muscle, your body muscle, your shoulder, everything, the whole body. A lot of people have the flat feet, because they don't have arch in their feet because they lost the muscles. And here is another very important thing is, in our body, there is 2 kinds of muscle. One is the skeleton muscle. Skeleton muscle is the 2 bones are hooked up. It's like a rubber band. Is the hooked up to the one bone, and then is hooked up on the another bone. Now this muscle is keeping you in a shape. Those are another muscles. These are, for the body also important. But more important is skeleton muscle. If that skeleton muscles are loosed, now you have flat feet. That this muscles is like a rubber band. If you don't keep it in a shape, it is going to lose the elasticity, and then your body is now not taking the shape, and your grip, your feet, your thigh, your waist, everything is important. If you don't use that muscles and keep it in a shape, by two way. One is using it, and second, give the enough nutrition. That's a protein. That's something, if you don't to do this, you are going to lose it. So that's my 2 cent. What he said is 100%. Everything is true. If whatever you do, you if you do the weightlifting, you do your home, cleaning work, do more. I don't give my car to clean to outside. I clean my car myself, not to save money, but to have that exercise. I clean my house. I can keep maid, and they can clean my house, but I want to clean it. I'm cleaning my pond. I'm cleaning my garden. I have gardener, but still the gardening is, I'm going all the way on the tree. My son sometimes says, Dad, now you are 66, don't go on the tree and prune yourself. But I'm doing that even at this age. I love it, and I have no fear that I'm going to fall down. That is something which, because your grip is good, your thigh is good, your muscles are good. I'm not 66, I'm 46. So that's how you can keep it. Your body, if you use it, keep in shape, give that energy, and definitely you are going to see that result. Yes, any question? What do you say, Dr. Bhatt? Do you think?
Yeah, totally agree. There's actually research on this that if you work out in the gym for 1 hour and then you have a sedentary lifestyle all day, you don't get benefits. In fact, you get more calorie burning benefits from it's called NEAT, NEAT, and it stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So that's things like doing the laundry, washing the dishes, and everything that you mentioned, especially gardening and things like that. Very, very, very beneficial for you. Actually gives you more benefit than exercise. Exercise is just to push you a little bit more, because like I mentioned, the ancestors before, they were very active in doing everything on a daily basis. There was no technology, no rest periods, nothing like that. So they didn't need to exercise. So gyms were invented recently because human beings became sedentary. So very correct on what you said, is the NEAT stands for non-exercise activity thermogenesis, more important than working out on a daily basis.
Yeah, and people have a kind of a fallacy that if you go to gym, you are fit. I mean, it is good, but as Dr. Bhatt said, if it is you're going to gym and then you are sitting whole day on your couch or your chair and doing computer work or whatever the reason is, that is not going to give you enough balanced lifestyle, because that you did it 1 hour, but then another 23 hour you are just just a lump. Yeah. So well, any other question? Jaisal, Manu, Asmita Ben?
No, I don't have a question. Hello, doctor. I just say you said gym is not, the people who are with the gym, they won't like that word. But I'll just add to that. I don't have a question because I have joined late. Sorry for that. But I just heard about the gym part when you were talking about. So just added a thing on it.
Yes, yeah. I mean, gym is important, and as the Dr. Bhatt says, gym is something that the new thing lifestyle.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to gym. I can now as a senior, I can go free. I don't even have to pay, but I'm not going to use it, because the reason I'm doing more work myself, I'm doing more running, I'm doing more activity. I'm not just waiting to see somebody does my work. I do my work myself, cleaning dish or anything else. So that is my lifestyle. But so anybody wants to do it, keep doing it. Keep wash your car. It is 1 hour. Is a good cardio. You are going to, oh my gosh, and especially when it's the hot 80 degree, and so it's good. You have to sweat. Sweating is good. Sweating is good for your body, and then you replenish it. You then drink a lot of water, drink, take more protein, and then that cycle should be there. If it is that cycle, if it is stagnant, it is not going to give you the good result. Yes, anybody else have a question?
Then Dr. Abhiraj, he was going to talk about sleep too.
No, so I already started that. Oh, sleep.
He said that.
Oh.
If there's time.
So sleeping is so important.
Mhm.
Sleeping is more important. People don't understand this. And if you are not sleeping well, no matter how much good you are in a gym, no matter how much good in your diet, but it is backfire. It is going to backfire.
Yeah.
Sleep, sound sleep is more important, at least around 6-7 hours. Some people sleep 8 hours, but depends upon your body, and then gradually you can adjust it. Yes, Jaisal, you have a question.
Yeah, I think Dr. Bhatt said he had a presentation for that, so maybe we can hear from him.
Yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Bhatt.
Do we have time for sleep?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. I'm trying to become a professional sleeper this year. That's my number one goal. I've always discounted sleep, and it's been hurting in every way possible. No matter how much you go to the gym and stuff, like you said, Axay uncle, you can work out as hard as you can. You don't sleep, you don't get any results. So you have to be really careful with sleep. Some things I learned in my pursuit to become a professional sleeper is, number one, stick to a routine. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day, even on the weekends. What that means is that you need to treat sleep with the same level of seriousness and devotion as you do your work. You don't go to work late, so why would you go to bed late, right? Now, one of the most important things I learned is to improve your sleep. The first thing you should do in the morning when you wake up, the first thing, if you can, get outside in the sunlight. Even if there's no sun, even if you're in India, East Coast, wherever, the brightness that's coming, the clouds that are in the sky, go outside and look at it with your eyes. Especially if you do see the sunrise and the sun comes up at a low solar angle, you could look directly at it. It's actually good for you to do that. Or if it's too bright, look around it. Try to get as much sunlight into your eyes as possible, because in the sunlight, there's photons that actually enter your eyeballs. Once they enter your eyeballs, they go to the brain and they trigger something in your brain, which 16 hours later helps you fall asleep better. So this has been proven by research many times. And so the number one thing that you should do is try to get outside and get your eyes without a window in front of you, if you can. Get some sunlight for 5, 10, 15 minutes. Even if it's 2 minutes, start with 2 minutes. It feels amazing, and it will actually help you put yourself to sleep 16 hours later. Another thing that's important is consume your final meal at least 2 hours before bed. Slowly work that up by 30 minutes more. If your bedtime is 10 p.m., you want to slowly start to get to the point where you eat at 5 p.m. and then don't eat anything for 3 to 4 hours, 5 hours if you can, and then go to sleep. I know people get hungry at night and they eat right before bed and things like that. It's a trick. Your brain is playing a trick. Your stomach is playing a trick. You don't want to eat as close to bed as possible. This is because you want to lower your resting heart rate. You're giving your body time to digest food and prepare for sleep. The lower your resting heart rate, the better you sleep. Now, if you eat something, your body has to digest it. So your body's trying to digest that food, working a little bit harder. So your resting heart rate can't be resting so much because it's working. So it increases. And the higher your resting heart rate, the less quality sleep you get. So if you're feeling tired throughout your day, or you get tired easily, you're not able to put up with all that you used to do before, it's probably because you're maybe getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep, but the quality is not the best. So you want to be careful with what time you eat last. You want to try to at least do 2 hours. If you can do 3 is better, 4 is even better, 5 is even better. I follow this doctor, Johnson. I know Akshay Uncle posted something about that in the past too, right? Brian Johnson. He eats his last meal of the day at 11 a.m. in the morning because he has done research on his own body. He measures himself every day, every single organ, so he knows exactly what he's doing. So he started off eating at 5 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m., 2 p.m. He found out what gave him 100% best quality sleep. And he's the only man on earth today who has proven 100% sleep score for 8 months straight. So from that research comes out that the longer you wait to sleep after eating, the better it is for you. So try to get that gap as big as possible. It's good for weight loss and as well. So why not? Another thing, going back to the ancestors, we used to wake up when the sun came out and go to sleep when the sun went down. So that's what the point is. Avoid blue light before bedtime. We're always in our house where there's all these lights in the house. We're on our phone or we're watching TV. So after sunset, I highly suggest buying blue light blocking glasses. And at sunset, I put them on. I have them here. I can show them if you like, or I'll send a link in the group chat. But blue light blocking glasses, just orange glasses. They look pretty cool, and everything looks pretty much a little bit different, but it works. I watch TV with them on with my wife, and we just watch a movie, show. I don't even notice too much of a difference. As soon as you put this on, it starts to block the blue light that triggers your brain that the sun is still out. So after sunset, if you're going to be indoors and you're looking at your phone or watching TV, you're getting light signals in your brain saying that the sun is still out. That means your body is not going to prepare yourself to start sleeping. So again, this doesn't affect your sleep 100%, but a little bit of the quality of sleep is lost because you were on your phone right before bed. So be very careful. You could still be on your phone, just wear those blue light blocking glasses, and it completely helps you.
So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
No, so, I once I was with his father, Kailash Bhai, and we were in Yosemite. We were doing, camping for, vacationing for 3-4 days. And what he observed, that I went to the bed, and within 5 minutes, I was gone. I was sleeping. And said, what? People take so much time, and I was it's like you get this is natural. This cycle becomes so natural once you follow these few rules. Yeah, it's like the body needs melatonin to sleep, and that the hormone produces. And then there's something which is going to come with you is once you follow this the raw food. And I didn't know. See, I was not knowing all these things before, but once I started using it, and then I'm still enjoying that my sleep, and sound sleep. The sound sleep is very important. It's not just a sleep, and it's not the lazy sleep. You sleep till 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning. That's not good. 6-7 hours, whatever you require your body, and then it has to be like that. You don't have to just flip-flop in your bed for half an hour. That's not good. So it is like what Dr. Bhatt says, that the sleep has to be like work. You go 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, whatever time, go there, and that's about it. And I guarantee you, once you start the raw food, you are getting all these essential nutrients to improve your sleep without even knowing. You are not working on that direction, but that benefit you are going to get it. Yes, Dr. Bhatt.
Yes, yeah, no. It's the most important thing is the circadian rhythm of your body, right? So maybe that's why you're able to fall asleep really quickly, because you've trained them to be, the inside clock of your body is on point from the beginning. So that's so important to line up correctly. That's why waking up in the morning, go get sunlight, that's going to start to set your circadian rhythm in place. And then in the evening time, you want to put on those glasses so your body starts to realize, okay, the sun is not out anymore. We should start preparing. Try to eat at least 2, 3, 4, 5 hours before sleeping so your body has enough time to digest all the food before going to sleep, so your resting heart rate can be lowered. Another thing that's been proven is keep your bedroom cool, quiet, and dark. Make your sleep space comfortable. And our ancestors did not have heaters, right? All the animals, they sleep outside. So when it's cold outside, it's cold outside. Your body actually likes it cold. In fact, it's been shown that something around 65 degrees at night should be what we should be sleeping in. That's super cold, I get it. But if you're sleeping in 74 right now, 72 right now, try to push yourself down to 69, 70, slowly move downwards. The cooler your bedroom is and the darker your bedroom is, the better it works. Some of the doctors that I follow, they're so particular about the darkness, is they travel and go to hotel rooms and stuff, and the whole room is completely dark, but there's that digital clock that has the numbers on it, and it has a little bit of light coming out, right? Even that, they'll put a napkin on it to cover it up, and then they'll wear a sleep mask. So they're very particular about this, because even a little bit of light going through while your eyes are closed, quality of sleep goes down. These guys, the longevity experts, are so focused on their sleep quality. 1% even matters the most, because it's the number one thing you could do in your life is to improve your sleep as much as possible. Because once you do that, everything else you do in your life falls in place too. So it's important to be careful about the darkness and the AC temperature in your bedroom before going to sleep. Stimulants. Caffeine has a 6-hour half-life. So if you consume coffee at 4 p.m., you have half a coffee in your system at 10 p.m. still. 6 hours later, you have 50% of the caffeine level still in your brain. So people metabolize caffeine differently. So do what's right for you. My mom can have a cup of tea and go to sleep. If I have a cup of tea, I can't sleep till 4 or 5 a.m. I use that too. That's how I passed all my board exams and things like that. So I get really stimulated from caffeine. So I cannot have caffeine after 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. if I want to get good sleep. Alcohol. Alcohol helps you fall asleep because of the sedation effect of it. But after you fall asleep, it's been hundreds of studies have shown that the quality of sleep that you get after drinking alcohol, very bad. Highly bad sleep quality. But it helps you fall asleep. You have a couple of drinks, you're going to sleep really nicely. But you wake up and you actually calculate your sleep, you get all the feedback from your devices. Worst sleep you could ever have. Because the body is busy digesting the alcohol, trying to get rid of the poison in your body. And so once it's almost done doing that, you wake up and you start getting up from sleep and you're trying to go back to sleep. It's just a nightmare. So try to be careful with caffeine and alcohol because it causes a lot of sleep disruptions. And then last two things, wind down before bed. Try to have a routine. It's been shown that the last hour or two, especially when you put on your glasses, try to read a book, meditate, put some soft sleep music on YouTube, deep breathing exercises, something to wind down. It's a routine, so your body starts to get all these signals from multiple angles, from your eyes, from your relaxing, breathing, reading. It's been actually shown that if you read only for 6 minutes right before bed, it gives you a deeper quality sleep. So just 6 minutes of reading will also help put you to sleep. I read in bed. There's a little light with my glasses on, so there's no blue light going into my eyes. I have the book in front of me. I read for 5-6 minutes and my eyes start closing. I'll turn off the small light first. Then I take my glasses off and then I put my sleep mask on right away. It's a substitute, right? I don't want any blue light going into my eyes. So if I'm on my phone putting an alarm or something, no blue light should be going in my eyes right before bed because I couldn't sleep properly anyways before. And so these little things have helped me a lot. And then last thing, going back to what we started with, exercise. Number one thing, helps your sleep a lot. You get tired and your body wants to recover, so you fall asleep a lot better and you get deeper sleep on days that you exercise.
Fantastic. All this information was so good and so practical. Dr. Bhatt, thank you very much for coming and giving us all this information. I guess everybody got something to learn today and put it in a practice. So, today it was the day 18. Now, tomorrow going to be day 19. And the tomorrow topic is seeing results, feeling change. So tomorrow we are going to discuss, get ready, be on video. I'm going to ask individually what the challenge you found and what you are feeling now. And what is the result you are seeing. You have to give me your data, your information. And, that is something we are going to celebrate tomorrow. All right. Thank you again, Dr. Bhatt. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I think Priyanka want to say something.
Yeah, I just have a quick question to Dr. Abhiraj and Mr. Shah. It was very nice and informative, but those who have issues like they feel that the routine is coming into the hindrance of their sleep pattern and it's getting affected. How do you address those things to be tackled?
Dr. Abhiraj, you want to go?
So what is the issue exactly? What do you feel
Like
is...
somebody has a pattern they build up. Okay, my sleep, I need to sleep at 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
And some or the other, whatever the reason, the environment is affecting them or the people around is affecting them, and they feel that, oh, because of that I can't sleep. So how would you address those type of issues?
Yeah, I would try to push things around to make sure you get your sleep, you schedule accordingly. Do as much as you can, like having if it's light because someone's awake, the sleep mask really helps to cover your eyes. So sometimes I'll sleep when my wife is watching something, I'll still put on my sleep mask and I won't get light anymore. If there's noises, you could wear these noise blocking kind of like headphones in your ears too, to provide that for yourself. So I would create the environment that you need, or ask others to stop disturbing you and let you sleep and plan accordingly that way, because it is important. You have to give importance to your sleep, or else others won't give importance to your sleep either.
So basically you're asking them to take a aid and then take the sleep.
Yes, yeah. You still fall asleep as much as you can at the same time as you usually do. If somebody else is disturbing you, or your environment is disturbing you, try your best. Did you eat very close to bedtime, or is the lights too bright and after sunset you didn't wear the blue light blocking glasses? All those things can keep triggering you, and so you won't fall asleep easily. So try those things first and slowly ease yourself into sleeping. And if there's a lot of disturbance around you, try to get rid of it somehow.
So my 2 cents is first of all, of course, you have to have that discipline and to control your life. If somebody is disturbing you, you have to have that. I want to control my life. That's number one. Number two, in spite of that, if you have a problem, do these 2-3 things, and it may help you. Number one, wash your feet with the cold water before you go to sleep. Wash your feet. So what happens? It is your now blood circulation is going to come down little bit slow because of the cold water. Number two, wash your face. If you're taking shower, it is okay, but if not, at least wash your face and clean your nose thoroughly. Take it out, all the dirt, everything for the day you accumulated in your nose, take it out. Now, because we are at the night when we are breathing, and you want to see that everything is like goes smoothly without snoring, without any disturbance, and even the small particle is stuck there, and it's going to be there, guaranteed, because we are working in the environment where so much pollution and everything is there. Your nose is stuffed with it. Clean it up before you go to bed. That 7 hour, you want maximum air going in without any obstacle. That is going to help you. At least if you do these 2 things, in spite of all the other hurdles and other obstacles, if you do these 2 things, wash your feet, cold water, wash your face and the nose thoroughly, and within 5 minutes, you are going to get your sleep.
That's a wonderful advice. The cold water definitely stimulates your senses and gets you back to your present sense. Thank you so much.
You're very well, and that's the thing. We have to calm down at the meditation. You should not have any stress. You don't worry about now whatever happened, bad thing happened, anything happened the whole day. Just relax, and automatically everything, as the circadian rhythm, as Dr. Bhatt says, is going to take care of it. That is, we have that inbuilt, and every animal have that. Only thing is, we are smart animals, screwed it up very well. So avoid digital, all the media, phone, television, everything. Avoid it as much as you can, and read if you want, music, whatever. But even you don't do nothing, just close your eyes, see how good the day was, and just if you are a spiritual person, do whatever you think you want to do it, and get ready for next day. And I think that will work well, and that works for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
when you are at some point of time, like when your kids are little, you know your lifestyle. You're around with the noisy people around, so though
Yeah.
you can't adjust your environment. So
No,
it's
that is the thing. That is wrong. No, I can sleep even there is a lot of noise around, and still I can sleep. Wow. And this is well documented. When I went with my kids, and when we go out and do camping and stuff, there is a lot of noise. It's not
I,
bothering me.
I
I'm
again think this is based on the gender then, because
possible.
yes,
Yes, yeah.
the conservation of energy based on the gender and the role playing on the environment does definitely is a big factor, which people are not addressing that issues. And what I feel, uh, the limited time of sleep that you get, that should be productive rather than confining yourself that you should get 8 hours of sleep and thinking over, oh, you are getting anxious about it. That approach should be made a little easier, because I don't know whether you like it or not, but that's going to be adapted in the modern world. Not we can't go to the primitive world.
Yes, you're right. But our body should be so adaptive that even, let's say, if I fly from here to India, lots of people have jet lag and this that. I just go and start working. I come back here. I just come here and start working. Now that sleep pattern, circadian rhythm is got disturbed, but my body is so much now in adaptive mode that it is not bothering me that much. So it will come naturally to you, and that comes to all animals. So all animals have that issue, that, let's say, when there is on 4th of July firecrackers, all dogs and cats are getting disturbed. But that disturbance is not going to bother them next day. That day they're disturbed, but then they fall asleep, because they have that natural mechanism to cope with that kind of situation. And we should have also. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, of course, you take care of your things, as much as you can, but more free you are going to be, more tension free. That is going to give you better result. I think I gave the answer, Priyanka. Is okay?
Yes, I got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, everybody, for joining day 18, tomorrow day 19, and day after, Karen Ranzi is joining us. She just texted me. She is a fabulous person. She wants to share more information. So, well, and get ready to graduate. Yes, Dr. Bhatt.
I bought her book yesterday, the autism one.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to her. Yeah, she's very good. And and
yeah, she's very good. Yeah.
Good. Perfect. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I look for the opportunity for the sleep proposal.
All right. Yes. And
yes, I'll send the links. Yeah.
Thank you.
Food matters, but raw food matters.